Hello, my name is Alyson Ashamalla, and this is my presentation on ancient Egyptian childbirth rituals. The process of giving life into this world has always been an important part of every culture, each having their own unique rituals surrounding the birth as well as pregnancy in general. Ancient Egyptians were no different in this, and held certain cultural norms surrounding childbirth that promised fertility, vitality, and much more, if the proper steps were taken. Much of these rituals revolved around the belief in magic and higher deities that could control the life as well as the afterlife of the unborn child. So, some of these main deities that were worshipped and surrounded the idea of fertility and pregnancy were Taweret and Bes. Depictions of these two deities appear in New Kingdom wall paintings above domestic altars in Amarna and Deir el Medina, as well as on birth wands, which protected infants in life and were later placed in tombs to provide protection in the afterlife. So those were the two main deities, but there were others surrounding different aspects of pregnancy and fertility as well. In addition, various ceremonies were performed to earn the assistance of birthing deities, including Hathor, Isis, and Neith. In labor, women were placed in a house of birth that connected to temples of the goddesses. So each of these different goddesses played a different role, guiding these women through getting pregnant and the fertility through their pregnancy and blessing these children's lives onwards up until the afterlife, where they would place those such things like those protective wands in to keep them protected even after death. And here are two of the main deities depicted. On the left here is Bes, and as you can see from the shorter stature of the figure, it plays a significant role because in ancient Egyptian times, dwarfism was actually a sign of good fertility, and it was a good omen when it came to giving birth. So Bes is actually a deity that is half dwarf, half lion, representing in birth that good omen that comes with it. And then depicted on the right is Taweret, and as you can see, this deity took the form of a hippopotamus. Another major thing that was related to the fertility and good luck when it came to pregnancy was figurines. Figurines that may relate to birth and fertility include bed figurines, which depict a nude woman on a bed, sometimes shown with a child, and model beds, which do not have human figures. So there were many different variations of these figures and what they represented depending on the woman and what she was looking for, whether that was to get pregnant or have a healthy pregnancy, something afterwards. They varied in what specifically the person was looking for, and that could be seen whether the woman was holding a physical child or not in the figurine, or if they were barren just by themselves, usually on a fertility bed, as you can see in the image, or the woman could be alone standing on her own, or sometimes, as said, it would just be the model beds with no figure on top, and the beds ranged quite widely what they could look like depending on how much money the people wanted to pay to contract the figurine, or again what specific needs they had when it came to it. So these figurines have ranged quite a lot in what they can take their form as well as certain figurines having deities like Taweret and Bes engraved and carved on the sides or on the woman's legs and arms to incorporate their good luck and presence into the figurine. Another popular magical superstition tied to the deities was that of birthing bricks, which is something that as anthropologists we had not come into contact with until quite recently. The newly discovered mud brick was identified by the scene on it depicting a mother with her newborn baby, attended by several women and Hathor, a cow goddess associated with birth and motherhood. But archaeologists had never laid their hands on a single one of these magical birthing bricks until last year. In excavations at Abydos, ruins of an ancient city in southern Egypt, archaeologists from the University of Pennsylvania have uncovered such brick, 14 by 7 inches, among artifacts from a 3,007-year-old house. So here below in the image is the brick that they had found at that excavation site. And though you can't see it on the actual brick because it's quite faded away, next to it is the reimagined image of what would have been on that brick, of that scene depicted of the mother there holding her child, surrounded by her different birthing attendants, and that god of Hathor, the cow goddess, to help with the birth as well as motherhood. And these bricks were set up in a way side by side that the woman could place her knees down and get in position to then give birth. They had that significant meaning as well as a practical purpose to put the women in the right position they felt that would bring them a safe and vital birth. So there were some other popular rituals that would go on as well surrounding pregnancy. One having to do with castor oil, which is still popular today for lots of different things and surrounding pregnancy. Castor oil, a potent cathartic, is derived from the bean of the castor plant. Anecdotal reports, which date back to ancient Egypt, have suggested the use of castor oil to simulate labor. So they would take this oil and rub it on different parts of their body, like the stomach and vaginal area, in hopes of releasing some tension and loosening up the area to stimulate a quicker and a sooner a sooner birth. There was also fertility tests that were performed by placing a clove of garlic in the vaginal region, since the womb was thought to be connected to the alimentary canal. Egyptians believed that the scent of garlic could then be detected on the breath of a fertile woman. So when they took these garlic cloves and placed them down in that vaginal region, they believed that it could then travel through the woman and come out through the mouth. So then if they detected any scent of garlic on her breath, the woman was either fertile or carrying or they believed to be carrying a child at that moment. And then here is my bibliography. Thank you.